Hello, beautiful people. I hope this works like that. I'm having here like some kind of installation. I think I have to hold this for a second. Otherwise, this will work. And now it says my connection is weak. I actually decided to come here, exactly here, because I'm actually sitting next to the Wi-Fi thing. So, I have no idea. Because, Rahel, hello! You can see me, this is great. I'm waiting a bit until people are arriving because today I want to talk about my work. And my work is my baby, my work is my passion, and I want to tell you why I do what I do and why I love it so much. Yes, and I can even see the comments. Hi Rahel, so nice to see you. And you can hear me and see me even if the connection is weak, right? Toppy! That's great. Thank you so much for the information. Because I really have to sit here. I'm a bit bound to this place because I have to reload my phone because today, you won't guess it, I bought a bike. Because I actually don't like to bike so very much, to be honest, but when you're living in Dutchy land, right, you have to adapt at least a bit. And I mean, like, everybody owns a bike here. So I decided to buy a bike, and now I found one online, and I have to pick it up right after this call. And it's like on the other side of Horen. I have to go there, I don't know, with 2 buses, I think, and walking. So I need my phone to tell me where I have to go, and especially to find the way back, because I'm not very good in orientation. Everything's perfect. So good to hear, Rahel. Yeah, therefore my phone needs to be recharged, right? So I have to sit somewhere near the charger, But I also thought, like, this is a good spot because, well, the router is very next to me. Hi, Pe. Hi, good to see you. Claudia, hello. So, I'm sitting here now in this before the green wall this time. This is, by the way, a picture from Switzerland that came by friends, and this one is new. And this green is really a thing that's also, I don't want to talk about the walls now, but I don't like that green, and we're going to paint it very soon. I'm very happy. But I really don't know what color. If you know a good color that doesn't make rooms too dark, because we don't have so much light in here, and fits pink, because we have this very pink wall, as you know, let me know. Okay, but I'm not going to talk about in decoration. Francie, oh my goodness, so good to see you here. I'm not going to talk about decoration here because, yeah, Francie, she would know how to decorate. Perhaps you have an idea what kind of color we could put here. This would be a good thing, because I really don't like that color so very much, to be honest. So, but now today, I don't want to talk more about my bike, which is fabulous. It's turquoise. I'm a bit in love, and I'm so excited it's mine now, like my first Dutch bike. And I want to talk longer about my wall, but I want to talk about my work and why I do what I do and why I love it so much, and to really answer all your questions if there are still questions in the room, because I know if you know that, some of you know that I've joined the Shiro experiment in the group Shiro's Women of Freedom. You're, by the way, invited. Everybody's invited. It's for free. It's a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous community of women all over the world. Really, we had like this. We once collected the places. Really, we really are from all over the world. So please join. Feel free. And yeah, and there I announced that my Shiro's Women of Freedom program is starting in, I don't even know how long, I have to check. How long does it work? I'm so glad that on my website is a ticker, otherwise I always forget. In 11 days it starts in the English version, and on the 11th of June it starts in the German version. So, and I talked a lot about what I'm going to do, but obviously there are still things not clear. So where am I coming from? I have also already shared in this group, I have shared many stories, why I do what I do. And I also shared the story of my famous, in my community, it's quite famous, kitchen floor moment. It's like even a term, kitchen floor moment. It's the moment when you're literally lying on the floor, not knowing what to do anymore. And I had one of these big kitchen floor moments in 2010 or 9, I'm still not sure. I don't have it so much with years. where I was lying on the kitchen floor begging life for some kind of a sign, what I'm meant to do, because I was fed up. I was fed up with getting hurt. I was fed up with my anxiety. I was fed up with losing everything that was dear and near to my heart. I was just fed up by almost just like I felt like there were walls everywhere I wanted to go, and I wanted to know what was there for me. So I decided in this very moment to find it out, to become my own Indiana Jane, and to really go for this holy grail on my own, because I saw, okay, nobody's going to save me. Okay, so I have to become my own Shiro. This is why it's called Shiros, because my program is called Shiros, Women of Freedom, because in that moment I really decided, okay, no more waiting, no more like just hoping that at one point I will find out what my mission here on earth is. I'm just going to do something, and I want to find my freedom in myself, and I want to find my peace in myself, and I want to find my I just want to find myself, because at this very moment I had no clue where I was standing. I lost my acting career, I thought, back then, because I became sick. And then my boyfriend back then left me, and I just felt like a big fat ass failure, and everything that was like I loved has been taken from me. So this kitchen floor moment. And so I went on this journey, and this is when my Shiro's journey started, like consciously. I started it way earlier, because, for example, the whole acting school, I still think that this was the best education I ever got, because as an actress, you really need to know yourself inside out. Otherwise, you cannot slip into other shoes. And you really have to know your emotions, and you have to be able to deal with them, right? So, and then I became, like, first I, of course, had to go through my own demons, and then I learned how to do it. I learned how to feel safe in myself. And this feeling, I remember that so well, this very first moment when I realized, oh my God, I feel safe. I feel home in myself. I feel like I have arrived in myself. And no matter what's going to happen in the outside, I will be always with me. And this feeling of safety I found within myself was so overwhelming. I really wanted to share that with the world, because I saw other people still struggling. And of course, it's in waves. It's not that my life went from one day to the other like, hallelujah, like everything is solved. No, absolutely not. And those who are following my path, they know that I always have ups and downs, and I'm very open about all that's going on in my life. But I know how to handle it now, and I know that I will always be there for myself, and how to catch myself up, how just to catch myself. And I also know now how to create a life that is really a happy life, and how I can be happy in myself. And this for me it's key, because I just realized when I'm happy, when I'm feeling good, when I'm at peace with myself, everything else will follow. Everything that I wanted, like the man came, the house will come, like my dog came into my life, my friends that giving me everything, because at one point in my life I also felt I have no real friends, but this was earlier. But everything that I manifested in my life happened after I found happiness, you know? Because nobody wants to be with somebody who's all the time miserable. And it's not like some judgmental thing there, but it's just as it is. You have to make yourself happy, and then you can manifest everything else. Otherwise, you can even get the house, the man, the job, whatever you want to manifest. But when you're not happy, and if you're not able to receive what you are actually going for, you will still be miserable, and nothing will change in your life. You have to change. So there's a thing. Pamela Marie writes, hey, hab gerade in einem Rucksack gegraben und mein Kopfhörer. Ah, very nice. She's listening to me on her earphones now. That's very nice in the YouTube. That's cool. Yeah, it's okay. Just, you can watch it later. Bye, Pammy. Then she has to leave. It's not YouTube. It's just, what's the word for U-Bahn? Oh my goodness. Sometimes really I'm like just having these big holes in my head. I don't remember the easiest things in English. Yeah, but back to my story. So I became a coach. This is the first thing I wanted to do. I became a coach after I thought like I have healed. And of course, when you're going to do these kind of educations, everybody who has done something like that knows you have to go through the whole process again yourself. So this is what I did. I became a certified integral coach. I became a life coach and emotion coach. Then I became a spirit coach. Then I did all kind of workshops. I became even a couple counselor. I did all these educations, and I just learned, like from people all around the world, because I did a lot of things online. And I started coaching, of course, one-on-one people. I had this beautiful castle that I could rent a room in. It was so amazing in Switzerland back there. And I coached people. But I just was always missing something, and I felt like it's not really what I actually want to do, and I feel like there must be something more, because I felt like it was not so effective. I thought like, well, yes, it's good to have one-on-one things, but people did not stick to it somehow, they came once, and of course after one time you cannot solve an issue that is bothering you forever, or like your whole life even. So I went deeper into that, and then I just got also used to the online world, and I decided to make my stuff online. And then I coached one-on-one online still, as I'm still doing that sometimes, but not so much anymore. But I also wanted to create something that people could work on each and every day, because I had this need too, because sometimes you have these crises in the middle of the night, and what to do then? You cannot just call your coach, oh, I need help now. But I wanted to do something for myself back then, so I created this online course, the Shiro course. You can work on that. It's like 27 lessons. You can work on them whenever you want. You have access to all the lessons at once. It's just there for you. And but still there was something missing, and last year I finally found the key, what that was missing, and it's the community. And I myself did classes in communities, in groups online, and I just felt this amazing effect, and I felt like the power of the group is something you cannot deny. Like whenever two people come together, or even more, something magical happens. And so the Shiro's Women of Freedom program was born, where it's 6 weeks where I'm working with these women. I have done it now for 2 times already in German, and I mean like really these breakthroughs. I had to sit down, and like I really wanted to write them down, just that I can tell you something that happened, because sometimes so many miracles happens there, I cannot even put it into words, because the biggest breakthroughs for me it's not the money that comes in, or even the partner that comes in, but it's really this feeling of, oh my goodness, I have arrived in myself. I feel my self-worth. I feel at home. I feel happy in myself. This is the real thing. This is why I'm creating this. This is why I'm putting all this energy in my work. But as a side effect, we had like a business that literally, when she said yes to the program, from this day on, her business exploded, and she's a coach. Funnily enough, I have almost everyone in my programs is some kind of a coach or a healer or a therapist. So it's always people who want to help. Like her business literally like exploded. And one woman who was also a coach, she was not sure what she wanted to do, and now she has finished the Shiro's program, and she has her website out there, and she's like so ready to soar. And one woman solves her financial issues, and she like really, like through magical hands, like the money showed up to pay her debts. And she was even like she could talk to her ex-husband for the very first time in her life in a good manner. They could solve this relationship issues they had, and she started losing weight. By the way, she could start. Self-love makes you lose weight. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing? When we start loving our bodies as they are starting to heal, and this is just a side effect, because I would never put emphasis on losing weight, because I have been in an eating disorder. This is my background. So, like one woman who could really leave a toxic place where she was in, and she didn't dare that to do this for years, like really many years. One of the big breakthroughs, one of the beautiful people. Also, you can see the story in my testimonials. She dared to talk about it because she has been sexually abused, and now during the She Rose program, she finally could let a man emotionally and also physically near to her. And I mean, like, if this is not a breakthrough, if this is not something, I mean, like, it almost makes me cry, because I think when somebody who has gone through such a painful thing and now she's able to talk about it, because she was not even talking about it, and now she talks openly about it, is not ashamed about what happened to her anymore. She even wants to help other women who have gone through the same, and now she's even able to open up again to another man. I mean, like, this is it's huge. It's so huge. And one woman changed her. She wrote to me, like, it's like my whole life changed, because everything that I saw negatively, all of a sudden I see positive. Like the whole light of my life changed just by me changing myself. And now everything, she's earning like the smiles, and she's earning like happiness. She's earning all these beautiful moments in her life, and she even manifested her dream house. I mean, like, seriously, how cool is that? Her dream house, just by changing herself. And it's 6 weeks. I mean, like, we're talking about 6 weeks. Okay? So, yes, a bad relationship that got restored. And one woman, she's a model she's an oversized model, and she decided to, after the She Rose, to make this amazing women projects where she's now doing photo shoots with other women, and just to like to really tell them, hey, you're okay as you are, and you don't have to be ashamed for your body, however it looks, really. So this is also an amazing thing, and she got even featured in the radio. And we had massive manifestations of inner peace, of self-worth, of self-love, of knowing that everything will always happen at the right time. And I mean, like, if you know that everything always happens for you and not against you, and that you're always at the place where you have to be, I mean, like, how epic is that? I mean, like, seriously, how epic is that? I mean, why you want a house if you can have that? Of course, you can still have the house. The house will come anyways, or the man, or whatever you want. But this is, for me, the real deal. This is the real deal, that you are knowing that even if something is hurtful, because some hurtful things will keep happening until you're enlightened. And I don't think that we'll get there in this life. Perhaps we will. I don't know. I probably won't. I probably really won't. But hurtful things will happen. But if you know that they're happening for you, and that there's a gift in it for you, you can at this very moment just change the whole thing, and you will still feel that life is sitting behind you and it's holding you. And yeah, and really, people who can change stuff for 40 years, they could change in this program. So this, for me, are the big things, the big tangible things that I can name. But for me, as I told you before, the real thing is really this inner peace, this inner freedom, this inner knowing that I can do anything I want, and I deserve everything I want, and I am the love of my life, and I am the hero of my life, and I am able to do whatever I want to do in my life. So this is what can happen in this program. And I want to tell you, what I'm telling you now is just from 2 rounds we have. Like, we had 2 episodes, and I don't take more than 10 women. I had 2 times 8 women, and this all happened to this 16 women. Just that we have put it in perspective. I'm not talking about hundreds of women. It's just from 16 women, all these things that I just named. So chances are good, if you're joining, that this happens for you too. And perhaps you're not in this kind of a kitchen floor moment where I have been, but perhaps you're in somewhere where you feel like, I'm always serving others, and nobody's really appreciating me for what I do. And how would it feel for you if you would know, yes, I'm playing the main part, the main role in my life now, and I'm being appreciated, and now people are even doing stuff for me? How would that feel for you? Or if you are not able to really speak your mind because you have something to say, but you're afraid of speaking your mind, How would it feel if you could stand in front of your family, your partner, whoever, and talk your mind, talk what's inside of you, because I know you have something to say and your voice counts. How would this be? This freedom of knowing, hey, my voice counts and I need to stand up, get my voice out there. Or perhaps you have talents, you have many talents, and you think you're wasting your time in a job, which you're never doing, because I don't believe in wasting time. So you're just collecting puzzles for the whole picture. But if you want to get the picture, you have to get into this focused way where you're knowing that you're on the way. You know what I mean? So how would it feel if you could live on your talents, if you could be happy now, and if you don't have to wait until you, I don't know, are retired, or like this man comes in your life, or this house comes in your life, or finally the money comes in. Because, you know, I also talk about this a lot in my in the experiment, how I manifested tons of money when I had to. I just had to make the decision that I wanted it, and then money showed up. I paid my whole acting school from 42,000 euros. I paid that on my own without making any debts, just because the right jobs were showing up. And I was working my butt off. I don't say it was easy, and I would probably do it differently today, but it worked. And I could afford my dream. I could afford what I wanted to do back then. So this, yeah. And if you would have this knowing that whatever you want in your life, you can have it because you deserve it. And it's really an internal, everything starts within you. And if you're not ready to receive it, you cannot even take it when it's in front of you. And this is where we're working too, because you have to be yourself so much worth to really receive the things that are there, even what is now there for you. So this is what we're really putting our eyes on. And what I also forget to mention, people who now, like women, who really had a bad self-esteem, who can now look into their mirrors and say, hey, I'm gorgeous and I'm sexy. And I, for myself, know how this feels, because I always used to think of me so badly. I thought I was ugly. I thought I was the ugliest thing on earth. As I told you, I had an eating disorder. I just weighed like 47 kilos in the end. So I know how it feels to feel very bad in your body. And if women can look into a mirror and look themselves into the eyes and say, I love you and you are sexy and you're hot. I mean, this is so big for me. I mean, perhaps it's not big for you, but for me, this is really such a big, big breakthrough. And whatever it is for you, what you want in your life, you can get it. You just have to stand up and go for it. And I'm here to hold your hand through that. And not only me, but also this amazing group that we're going to create. So, because with every woman I want to talk, if you're going on www.SheRoseWomen of Freedom, just in one word, SheRoseWomenOfFreedom.com, and you see, like, you can apply for a throne, you can just hop on and get a seat. It's not that you're buying something at this moment. It's really just an application, because I really want to talk to you. I want to talk to you, beautiful woman. I get to know you. I want to see if this is really the fitting program for you. If you're fitting the group, if you're fitting the energy, or if there's something else that you need. Of course, I also have other offers, but I also have a great network. Like I know so many great coaches where I can say, okay, perhaps you're better fit for this person or a better fit for that person. Because I don't believe that I lose something when I don't take somebody in my program, or because I really want to serve people best. And I also know that when I serve people best, I serve myself best, because then I really have the people in the group who really fit the program and who can really support the energy in the group. So this is it. I don't know, do you have any questions about that, what I just talked about? Goosebumps, you're right, Rahel. Thanks. Hello, Katin. Hi. Oh, so many Shiros here. I love it. I love it. Because, yeah, I don't know if you go on the website, there's so much explained. Like you get this course I mentioned, you get, it's 6 weeks, but it's not 6 weeks. It's just, I'm showing you how you can do it forever. You can do it forever. It's because I don't want to make you some kind of dependent on me. I want to learn you how to do it yourself, that you can do it forever and ever and ever more. So you have the lessons you can always go back to. You have the group you can always go back to. You get an alignment system where you can work with. I'm lining up, and I'm quite good in doing that, I think, because I think the matches were always quite good. So that you can co-create with a sister. So because like really community is such a key point in on your Shiro's path, to connect with other women and to really to grow with them. Because when somebody's making a step, when somebody is doing steps in your vicinity, you're growing with them. Because it's like this, like these little, oh, I have no idea how this is called in English. It's like just these in a watch there are these little thingies, like this little I don't even know the German term anymore. Just when somebody is changing, you're changing with them. Because like we can, if we're connected, if for example your partner changes, you change automatically too, even in this or in the other direction, because you want to go with him, or you say, no, I want to go there. And you have to change, you have to react on something. If something is acting, you have to react. So you learn how to act and you learn how to react. Drink coffee with this sister. Yes, you do that. This is epic. I love that you can drink even coffee with your sister, because you know in the last Shiros, this is the cool thing about the German parts. So because the German speaking parts are mostly like very close together. It's like Germany, it's Austria, and it's Switzerland, right? And in Switzerland, it's very small, and people can meet. People in Switzerland can easily meet, so they can really meet their alignment sister in real life. Susan writes, hi Priska, isn't 27 lessons at once a bit overwhelming? I am used to modules like step by step. Thank you for bringing up that question, Susan. You know, I created it like that, these 27 lessons, that you can work on whatever fits you in this very moment best. So that it's not that I tell you now you have to work on this and now you have to work on that, because perhaps you want to work on your body right now. So you can work on your body, because you can just hop to lesson, I don't know, 8 and do the body lesson. Or you feel like, no, I feel like I'm more in, like, I want to set my vision, or I need goals, or I want to work on my room, or I want to work on my relationships. So you have the free choice to work on whatever you want to work on. So yeah, it might sound like overwhelming, but it's just your decision, because you have lifelong access. You can work whenever you want on these kind of things. And you have the group to, of course, exchange yourself with other people. In the German community, I have even the VIP Soul Freedom Tribe, where you get in automatically. It's like a group filled with people that have been working with me, so they know all these kind of terms, so they know what I'm talking about, they know what you will be talking about. So this is also, by the way, a benefit that you get, but it's just in the German community. But in my English community, there's the Shiro's Women of Freedom group. I mean, like, there are already over 200 people in, so such amazing people to connect and to ask if you need some kind of a support, and I'm in there too. So I think it's for me it was the best solution, because I think nobody's standing at the same point, and because everybody is individual and everybody has other, like, and somebody wants to work swiftly through it and somebody needs more time, and one lesson for you might be very easy, and for the other one it's like very time consuming. So I wanted to really create very free, because with me it's always about freedom. When I can create more freedom, I just create it. This is why it's like 27 lessons. And I also wanted to break it up in edible pieces, not like it's too much in one lesson. So I'd rather put it in 27 lessons. So now the sun is coming out, but I cannot see you anymore. Something else I have to say about that. And really, these 27 things are really lessons I have gathered from people and from teachers all around the world. Really, the things that worked for me. Everything is tested. I don't put out anything that doesn't work for me, because this was something that I was missing too. So many things sound so great, and I don't know, but I want that shit works, because in the end I have to be with myself and I want this to work. And therefore I have the course and the community, because I think it needs the community to exchange and to make it like real and not just something in the head, but really in the body. You have to feel stuff in your body. You have to do things. This is what's important for me. And in the calls, is there a given topic or like a hot seat? Everybody brings her issues. Yeah, thank you for bringing this up, Susan. Yes, there will be weekly calls. You know that. I know that you know that. And in the She Rose Women of Freedom program. And we have topics. But these topics can be changed all the time, because I want to co-create with the group. And if the group needs something else, I'm very adaptable. So I always know something to talk about, of course, because I have always things that I want to talk about and share with you and giving you tools. But sometimes it's more of going into the feelings, because I know the power of how we feel now, we will feel in the future. But this sounds now very woo-wooish. It's so hard to put it into words. I would need my Shiros to talk about that, because they know how it is. Because I cannot talk about that. But it's stuff that really, in the end, gets very tangible. But it's also like some kind of a theory that I'm talking about. But it can also be like just everybody brings their things. Because I want to know where people are standing, and I want to know what's going on in their lives, because this is also a reason why I keep these groups so small. I don't take more than 10 people, and this is also why you pay something for it, because this is a very small group and you get all my attention. I don't take private clients in these kind of times, because I want to be there for you. So, and by the way, also the price is always a topic, and you know, I have spent thousand, like I don't even know how many thousand, I think over $100,000 just for education, and I went through that all, and I want to be paid for that. And this is my knowledge. This is stuff that really works for me, and I want to give that like worth. So it's a price, I know that, but it's affordable. When I see what I managed to pay in my past, and I never had money, I never had like the rich parents who gave me money, I know it's doable. So I know you can do it too. This is also one of the reasons why it has a price. It has to be a really high price, also that you give it the worth, and that you're worth it for yourself, but also for myself. This is this is worth it for me. It's actually unpayable, because what is inner peace? This is priceless. Like knowing your worth, priceless. Getting all the manifestations you actually want, priceless. So for me, this is what it is. So thank you very, very much for asking, Susan. Really, this helps me also to bring some form into this whole thing. Good. Linnea asks, hello, beautiful Priska. Oh, you look amazing. She doesn't ask. Thank you. Thank you, Linnea. Yeah, and you look amazing too, because I know, because you posted these amazing pictures. You, Shiro, you. So are there any other questions? You know now the Shiros, 6 weeks with weekly calls, where you learn how to connect, where you really learn how to create miracles, where you learn how to stand up for yourself. Also, when you have an issue with visibility, this is the perfect place to learn that. Really, it's perfect to really show up and to talk about your things, and to learn that you're not alone in these kind of things. And then really how to set goals, how to have a vision. It's all in there. It's all in there. How to clear space, how to forgive, it's so much. It's so much that we're looking into. So I don't even want to talk about every detail, because it's so much I can't. But I want to I want to tell you that this is really about your inner freedom. It's about really going for your dreams. It's about living the life that you are meant to live, and not to just be lived by life. It's really to stand up and say, now I'm ready to go for what's important to me. So this is it. And if you're interested in that, please go just on the site, apply for a throne. I'm going to talk to you anyways, and you're not going to pay anything before we had a call, and the call is totally for free for you, so I can answer all your questions, all the details that you need to know, and I can really say if this is a fit or not. But I cannot if you don't stand up. But if you are ready now, stand up for yourself. I'm here. I can't wait. Let me see if there's any other thing, a comment. I cannot believe that I'm holding this thing all the time now. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, I think I covered almost everything. So this. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm going to close now and picking up my bike. This really, I have to tell you, I really manifested that bike too, because yesterday, those who saw the video yesterday, I was like, today is such a beautiful day, I need a day off, because I've been working a lot and have been a lot in front of my laptop, so I was off, out in the town, and my dog swam for the first time, and I saw this bike. It was because turquoise is my favorite color, and it biked this guy, it was a boy, biking past by on the street, and I was like, boss, look, I want this bike, I love this bike, exactly that bike. And guess what, this morning I went on Marktplatz, and this is like where you go to look for stuff, secondhand stuff, and there's this bike posted yesterday. It's a bike I saw, and now and you have to like you have to, how do you say that, put some amount of money, and the one who pays most gets it. I don't know this term in English at the moment. So I just put in the like one more than was already in, and this guy just writes me back and, yeah, you got the bike, hallelujah, you can pick it up today. And I was like, how cool is that? And this happens all the time in my life now. Seriously, I see something and I manifest it like that because I'm just allowing myself to be happy, and I'm like creating this space for me, and have created this life that makes me so happy. And this is where manifestations just pop up like grass in the garden. So this is it for today, I think, if there are no other questions. Cool, eh? Linnea, yeah, it's really, I'm so happy, seriously. This is really, I was like, okay, this is how manifestation works, like putting it out there, receiving it, and celebrating it. And really, I really am celebrating that, even if I have to go out, because it has been raining the whole day, but now it looks a bit better. The sun came out while talking about my program. So go to www.sheroswomenoffreedom.com and apply for your throne. You can also just PM me if you want. You don't have to even go to the site. You can just PM me, and we just Skype, and we see if this is the right fit for you. And just for the German people who think, oh my goodness, my English is not very good. As you can see, mine is not perfect neither, but like, we're talking energy here. We're talking energy. Everything works out in the end. Like the German round starts on the 11th of June, and there are already spots but there are still spots left, so you can still apply, and it's for the last time for the old price, because the prices are going up. So this is it from my side, and now I wish you just a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are, filled with magic, filled with manifestation, filled with happiness, filled with stuff that nurtures your soul from the inside out. So much love to you, and have a wonderful time. Bye.